What up, what up? We gotta talk about this. We definitely have to talk about this. Man, I'm so disappointed, man. Your boy completely set the streets on fire. If you don't know who I'm talking about D Gon Ride. That brother set the streets on fire with that GSXR-1000 and was a huge fan. He did it in such a quick time. He built that channel probably without the intention of doing so. Or without the intention of it being so successful, but he was killing it. Dude amassed over like 200,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. He was killing Instagram with the reels with over 200,000, and then disaster struck. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but he's a prime example of why new motorcyclists or motorcycle enthusiasts, I wouldn't say enthusiast, I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong word, motorcycle vloggers coming into the space. This is why you need to be very careful about how you execute on your channel. This is why you need to be careful about what you present on your channel for your audience. D Gon Ride built his channel on hoonigan activity. It was cool activity, but it's hoonigan activity. The wheelies, the burnouts, all the stuff that's so exciting to see, that's what he built his channel on, and it was working for him. Now, one thing you gotta learn in this space is that you gotta watch how people release content. I noticed that there was an issue when the brother started missing like a month. You don't post in a month, something's kind of wrong, because anybody with that much traction should be posting as often as possible to continue to grow. Obviously at 200,000 subscribers, if you are monetized, you're probably bringing in some decent monthly income. But who knows? I don't know the real story all the way with him. I just know that he was missing posting for a while, and then he came back, then he went away again, then he came back. And it was kind of like, damn, something's happening. And then the brother said he lost his job, or he quit his job. He looked like he was doing construction or something out there. And then once that happened, that's when his Instagram started drying up. He stopped releasing videos. And for a while, after about a while, I was like, let me go check on this dude. What happened to him? And I went and checked, and he just hadn't released any content. Well, then he finally came back, guys. And he finally came back, and he's rebranding. And he's doing a car rental, a luxury car rental service, and that's nothing wrong with that. But the brother completely scrubbed his social accounts. He scrubbed his YouTube. He scrubbed his IG. He took all the bike content on there. I think on his Instagram, he has like maybe one post with his motorcycle in it. My guess is probably he got, caught up with the popo. Probably got his license revoked or something, or they took his endorsement away if he had one to begin with. He probably didn't. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to say he didn't. But he destroyed everything that he built, whether he built it intentionally or unintentionally. He destroyed it. You cannot rebrand being that deep. When you're that deep into the game, you can't just up and rebrand. You can't scrub all your content as far as in the wake of you being so successful. You can't just stop, completely remove all your content and have people wondering like, what is going on? This dude came back and he's a rental agent now. Like, what is happening? And again, I'm not knocking the dude. Everybody's got to do what they got to do at the end of the day. You got to do what pays the bills. But I feel like the brother did not have people around him to tell him to adjust his content. He would have had a much better job adjusting his content than completely killing it. You never kill your... Nobody was around to tell him, I believe, to adjust his content as much as possible. In order to remain visually compliant with the laws. It's just sad because the dude could still be making so much income from the channels, posting the content that he likes to post, if he could just tone it down a little bit and stop doing all the hoonigan shit. But that's the risk you run when you build your channel off of like pure adrenaline and hype, pure hoonigan. It's the only thing I can think of to say to wrap it all up, is when you build your channel on that, man, it's really, really hard to maintain that, because you have to maintain the expectation that you're going to be doing some dangerous shit. And, you know, YouTube doesn't like that. So if you are smart, you know, if you want to be smarter about it and you're in the moto space, definitely start blurring out your speedo, and just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of what you're posting. Be mindful, you know. If you do have a career or whatnot, you know, you don't want to be out here doing some of that stuff and then you end up losing your job simply because somebody recognized you on social media. You know what I mean? So it happens all the time. So like I said, man, it's a sad thing. I'm just saying, like, guys, you know, and when you're building these channels, man, you do have to have some kind of plan, man. And when you start to grow, or if you start to grow, if you stick with it, you know, always continue to update your plan. Like, always have that next level, right? Like, what am I going to do on that next level? Okay, brands start contacting me. What am I going to do? When you become an influencer, like, as far as like when brands do approach you, how do you execute that? You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be mindful that some brands ain't gonna want to work with you. If you're a hoonigan, some brands will. You just gotta be extremely careful. And I would honestly say, without a doubt, don't do what D Gon Ride did. Don't kill your channel simply because you found, like, I won't even say that. I would just say, before you kill your income streams, seriously sit down and think about how you can save it before completely cutting it off and killing it. Because that's what he did. Hopefully the brother is successful in his rental luxury car business. I think he will. But what he should have did was completely create a new outlet for that, in addition to what he already does. And like I said, you just tone it down with all the hoonigan shit, and then you're still good to go. You can still ride, still create content, unless you got legal problems and you can't do those things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, some of these people in these spaces that like ride motorcycles and stuff like that, that are hoonigans, that are true like stunters and stuff, like a lot of them, you probably don't see them anymore once they get, you know, their account banned, or, you know, they get in legal trouble and they can't ride anymore unless they're just riding dirty. But a lot of them, that's what happens. They just kind of slowly disappear and the next person takes their spot. So D Gon Ride is not going to be the last. He's not the first, and he's not going to be the last. You know what I'm saying? So somebody already picked up in his spot. It's just how it is, man. So again, make sure you are very careful on how you model your channel, your motorcycle channel. And you want to make sure that you model it for longevity, right? If you're here for the quick churn and burn, you're going to end up like D Gon Ride. And that's just the honest truth. So anyways, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.